woman steps barefoot onto the beach, but suddenly her feet are sucked tightly into the sand. Seeing this, her boyfriend rushes over to help, but he trips and falls. In an instant, his entire body is glued to the sand. In front of everyone's horrified eyes, the man is slowly swallowed alive by the beach. The terrifying scene leaves everyone frozen in shock. Someone tries to escape by driving away, but the car is dead. It won't start at all. To figure out what's really going on, Anna places her hand on the sand. Suddenly, countless thin strands rise up from beneath it. It's obvious this thing is extremely deadly. To survive, the group has no choice but to stay inside the car and wait for help. Some people even start writing their final messages. But under the scorching heat, over 50 degrees Celsius, the overweight man begins to suffer severe dehydration. If they keep waiting, they'll still die here. That's when Mike comes up with an idea. He places a surfboard on the sand and slowly moves forward using it. Just as he's about to reach his destination, his foot suddenly slips. His body is left hanging in midair. Even worse, the surfboard starts sliding backward. Mike struggles with all his strength, but the sand doesn't let go of its prey. Tentacles shoot out and launch an attack on him. At the critical moment, Mike uses all his strength to jump onto a table, barely escaping death, but his stomach is still slashed by the creature. The intense pain quickly knocks him unconscious. The next second, the monster starts attacking the car. The overweight guy tells everyone to call for help, but unfortunately, they put all their phones in the trunk during last night's party. Left with no other choice, Anna makes a risky decision. She carefully steps onto the bumper, grabs the person with one hand, and uses the other to insert the key into the car. She finally opens the trunk, but there's barely enough space to stand. Just then, a police car arrives. Startled by the siren, Anna loses her balance and falls into the open trunk. Her fingers get painfully trapped. The others quickly shout for help and warn the officer that there's a monster in the sand and he must not get out of the car. But faced with such an absurd claim, the officer doesn't believe them. He opens the door and steps out anyway. Strangely, the creature doesn't attack him. That's when they realize the officer is wearing shoes. As long as bare skin doesn't touch the sand, you're safe. The officer then walks over to the overweight man and tries to pull him out of the container. But he's simply too heavy and the officer can't lift him. At that moment, the officer accidentally drops his keys onto the sand.